Welcome back. This is ICC Computer Application Class 10 100 Marks. I am Ganga Devi and in this video we will be discussing linear search in Java. In last video we have discussed various programs in Java and how to access the arrays and how to declare and write the outputs. So if you haven't seen that video, first please see that video and then only come to this video. And those who haven't subscribed till now, please subscribe it. And in the end, if you like the video, please press the like button and write your comments so that it will encourage me to add more videos. We can start with the definition of searching. What do you mean by searching? The process of searching whether a particular element is present in the array or not is known as searching. Suppose we have 10 elements. And if you want to search whether a particular element is there or not, that process is known as searching. So in this array, we can take the example 10 elements are there. And if you want to find whether 85 is there, we will search the array, scan the array. And if the element is present, the message will be printed along with the index position. In this case, index position is 8. And suppose the element is not present. For example, 185 is not present. The message will be given. The given element is not present in the array. So this process is known as searching in Java. And in Java, we are having two types of searching, linear searching and binary searching. So mainly in this video, we will be discussing about linear searching. Binary searching will be discussed in the upcoming video. So first of all, we can see what is linear searching. Linear searching is the technique in which each element is searched sequentially for a match. That means one by one, the elements will be checked whether the particular element is there or not. And the elements will be checked one by one till the match is found or the array is finished. And in this type of searching, there is no need of array to be sorted. And linear searching work with sorted and unsorted arrays. Here in binary searching, we have to sort the arrays in ascending or descending order. But in linear searching, we can work with unsorted arrays and sorted arrays. With the help of this table, we can see how the linear searching will work. Suppose we have 10 elements from A0 to A9 and we have to search whether the number 36 is present in the array. And in linear search, we will be searching one by one the elements after starting the for loop. For example, for int I is equal to 0, that means from the 0 position, I less than length or 10 we can say in this case, I less than 10 and then I plus plus. And then we will check if a of I is equal to x. First time a of I is a0, a1, a2, a3 up to a9. That means one by one it will be checked. So we can check how it is working. The first element is a0. We will compare a0 is equal to x. X is 36. That means whether 25 is equal to 36. It is not correct. So the next element will be checked. That means A1. A1 is 17 and 17 and 36 will be compared. That is also not correct. And then A2, 5 is coming. 5 and 36 will be compared, not correct. Then A3 and X, that means 85 and 36. It is also not correct. And then the next element A4, that is 97 and 36 will be compared. That also is not correct. And A5, that means in sequential order it will be going 25 and 36, not correct. Then A6, 78 and 36, not correct. But when we come to A7, it is 36 and both the elements are correct. And if we are getting the elements, we will break the loop there and then print the message X is found in position, otherwise in index 7. So this way linear searching will work. And if the element is not found till the end, the message will be given the particular element is not present in the array. I hope all of you understood the concept of linear searching, but we have to say linear searching is not that much efficient. The maximum number of checking that can be done in linear searching is the length of the array. That means total number of array. Suppose if 25,000 elements are there, that means the searching has to be done maximum times. And suppose the element what we are searching in is in the last position. That means 25,000 searching will be done. It will take a lot of time, wastage of compile time. So it is better if you have more elements to do the binary searching, because binary searching will work in sorted arrays and array will be divided into half, and if the element is smaller than the middle element, then first half will be checked, otherwise the second half will be checked. So when we are having more elements, it is better to do binary searching instead of linear searching. I hope you understood the concept of linear searching very well, and now we can do some programs by using linear search. Here first program we can start. Write a program to input 10 numbers in an array. Input the number and find whether the given number is present in the array or not by linear search. So start the program, write the command and the first 4 lines. Import java.util.scanner as linear. Public static void main string arguments scanner s is equal to new scanner system.in. Till this you complete. After that, declare the array which can store 10 number. So int a square we are declaring the array is equal to new int 10. So this array can store 10 number. Now accept the elements. System.println input the elements of the array, and for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, a of I is equal to sc dot next int. So here we can see from a0 to a9 the elements are inputted. a0, a1, a2 up to a9, any numbers of your choice. So here then give the message system.println input the number to be searched. After accepting the 10 elements, accept a number which we have to search, and int x is equal to sc dot next int. Whatever number you have to search will be coming in x. And now before doing the checking, first declare a variable int f is equal to 0. So if we are getting the element, if the number x is present in the array, f will go to 1, otherwise f will change to 1, otherwise f will remain 0. This will help us for printing in the end. And now the loop. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. 1 by 1, the loop will go from 0 to 9. Less than 10 means till 9. And if a of I is equal to x, here we can see this format we are using. If a of I is equal to x, f is equal to 1. So here we can see, suppose in the number we are checking 37. So if ai means I will start from 0, a0. A0 is equal to x, 15 is not equal to x, 67 also no, 18 also, when a2 is coming it is also not same, a3, 12 it is not same, a4, a5, till this the numbers are not same. And when a6 is coming, that means a6 means the number is 37 and x is also 37. That means both the numbers are same. So we got the number. Condition is true. If ai is equal to double equal to x, then f is equal to 1. F will become 1. And break, we can stop the loop there. So if loop is closing here and for loop is closing here. So now we got the number. So here we are stopping. Now the value of I is 6 and f has changed to 1. So if we got the number, here we will do the printing if f is equal to 1 after closing for loop. Then check if f is equal to 1, system.println x, that means in this case 37 present in the array in index plus I. Index is 6. So 37 is present in the array index 6. So like this the output will come. And suppose one more example we can take the number 85. Here also checking will go from A0 to A9. We can see A0, A1, A2. The numbers are not same. That means 85 is not in the array. So F will remain 0. Here F will remain 0. So after closing the for loop, when we are checking if F is equal to 1, the condition is false. That means it will come to else. So here the printing will be coming 85 is not present in the array. So like this we will be printing the output. So linear search one by one, we can also call this search as sequential search. So because it is done in sequential form. So like this we can check whether an element is present in the array or not. Next question, write a program to input 10 country name in an array, input the capital in another array, input a country and print its capital if the country is present in the array, or print proper message by linear search. So here we can start the program. Write the code first. Import java.util.scanner class linear public static void main string arguments, and the first 4 lines still scanner. And now here we need 2 arrays. One array for storing the country name and one array for storing their capital. Country and capital are words, so we will declare the array as string. String country is equal to new string 10. That means 10 words can be stored, and string capital is equal to new string 10. Here also 10 words can be stored of string type. Now system.println input the countries and capitals. So in one loop we can accept for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Country of I is equal to sc dot next, and capital of I is equal to sc dot next. Here we can see like this in country 0 and capital 0. It will be coming. So here one by one we can see. First, if we are inputting country, that means India here, in capital Delhi will come. And in this one, country 0, if you are inputting Nepal, in capital 1 Kathmandu will come. In country 2, if it is China, we have to input Beijing in capital. So like this, input the name of 10 countries and their capitals in proper order. And after this we can check, input the country's name to be checked. Which country you have to check. And string x is equal to sc dot next. Accept the country in the variable x. And remove the extra space, because while checking space can create problem. So remove the extra space, x is equal to x dot trim. int f is equal to 0. If we are getting the string country, it will change to 1. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. So one by one, the country and the capital will be accessed. So here we are accessing a of I is equal to a of I dot trim. That means if in the country's name any space is there, it will be removed. And then we can check if a of I equals ignore case x. X is the name which we have to check. So we have removed the extra space from that also. Equals ignore case means it will ignore the case. Capital or small doesn't matter. If a of I equals ignore case x, then f is equal to 1. F will become 1. And here we can print system.println country of I, the particular country and the capital. So print the country. For example, if India is there, India and Delhi will be printed. And then we can stop the checking. So break it here. So if loop is closing here, and then close the for loop also. After that we can say if f is equal to 0. If f is remaining 0 till the end, that means the country is not present in the array. So in this case we are printing in between. This way also we can do. So if we are getting the country and the capital name are printed. And index name also we can print. The country is found in index I. So that way also we can do. One last question we can do. Write a program to input the name of 20 students in an array. Input their phone number in another array. Input a name and print the name and phone number if name is present in array, or print the proper message. So here we can start the program. Import java.util.scanner class linear and public static void main string arguments. Scan res is equal to new scanner system.in. So now what we have to do? We have to input the name of 20 students and their phone number in 2 different arrays. So first of all, declare the array for storing the phone number and names. Name will be stored in a string array and phone number will be stored in long. int 10 digits cannot be stored in mobile number. 10 digits are there. So we will declare the variable as data type as long. So here we are declaring string name square is equal to new string 20. That means 20 names can be stored in the array name. And long font, data type is long. Long font square is equal to new long 20. 20 mobile number or phone number can be stored here. And now give the message. Input the name and phone number. And here loop for accepting names and phone number. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 20, I plus plus 0 to 19. It will work. And name of I is equal to sc.next and phone of I is equal to sc.next long. We are accepting long, so sc.next long. So here we are accepting the name in the variable name 0, name 1, name 2 and phone. Here phone 0, phone 1, phone 2 like that. The numbers will be stored. And after getting this, then system.println give the message input the name which you have to check to be checked and string x is equal to sc.next. So we got the name which we have to check in the variable x and trim the x. For that extra space from the beginning and end will be gone. X is equal to x dot trim. int f is equal to 0, same as we have done in the previous program. If we are getting the name, f will change to 1. And start the loop for checking. int I is equal to 0, I less than 20, I plus plus. Name of I, that means name 0, name 1 up to name 19. Name 0 is equal to name of I dot trim. First we will trim, that means remove the extra space. And if name of I equal ignore case x, if both the names are same, then system.println name of I and phone. That means system.println the name and the phone number. And after that, we can change f is equal to 1. We got the name, so f will become 1. Now, no need of searching further, break the loop or stop the loop. So here we are breaking it. And then close the for loop also. And here if f is 0, in the end if f is remaining 0, that means we don't got the name in the array, so we can give the message system.println x is not present in the array. So like this way we can check the names and print the phone number if name is present. Otherwise we can print the proper message, the name is not present in the array. So we are stopping here now. I hope all of you understood the concept of linear search very clearly. If you understand the concept and if you like the video, please don't forget to press the like button and write your comments. It will encourage me to create more videos. And those who haven't subscribed till now, please subscribe it so that you will not miss any upcoming videos. And see you all in the next video.